If you're not sure about what you feel about yourself, then this video is for you. My name is Aristotle Daskal and I help people fulfill their destiny. I want to talk to you about my first day of emotional therapy. I was going through a rough period of time when I was trying to start a new business and I was just feeling stuck, and I wanted to see what's wrong with me because that's the feeling that I've had in those days. So I started doing therapy with this emotional coach. He asked me, one of the first questions was, who are you and what do you really want in life? And I said, well, I define myself based on the impact that I have on the world. Ultimately, that's what makes me happy. I think that the question was, what makes you happy? What do you truly want? And I said, I am what I managed to fulfill in life, what I managed to achieve in life. And I thought very proud of my answer right then. And because it felt noble. It felt like, oh my God, you are so noble. You sacrifice yourself. It's everything about you is about helping other people, and it's about impact. And I truly felt that way. Having impact and helping other people is maybe the most important thing in my life, or let's say that it is one of the most important things. And in those days, I thought it was the most important thing and I was proud of it. And then he said, well, what if you couldn't do anything? What if you would be stranded on an island somewhere? And if you couldn't help anybody, what about then? Would your life have any meaning? Man, that was a tough question for me. And I said, I think I wouldn't be able to be happy. I think that. And that's when I realized what he was trying to tell me is that if my life is defined about something that happens on the outside, of achievement that happens outside of me, of something that I have to do in order to achieve, then that can always somehow not happen for various reasons. And who am I then? And the discussion continued then, and it took me on a new path, which I never thought that I would get on it. The path of understanding that you don't need to achieve anything. You don't need to do anything for you to feel happy. And the happiness comes based on what you truly define yourself to be. And then I redefined who I truly was and what was my main purpose in life. And who I truly was a manifestation of a divine intelligence, born to live this life and to simply experience this life. If my purpose in life would change from doing something, from achieving something, to experiencing something, and letting that experience complete itself with some things that I may respond with, that I may do, then that is a different story. But simply experiencing is the most important thing and is the purpose of my life. See, if we do things without the root purpose of experiencing, then we may actually lose the experience in itself. It's like when we get so caught up with our businesses, our jobs, with making money, and then you realize that you're not even using that money for what you truly thought that you want to do with them. For example, you're saying that, oh, when I get to, I don't know, make $10,000 a month, I will go on this vacation and this vacation. And then you start making the money, you get yourself busy with making that money, with getting the job, with increasing or improving a business. And then you just want more of that. You just want more sales. You want more better jobs, or and then you simply don't do the things that you thought you wanted that money for. And this is what I'm noticing, what I've noticed in my life. And I keep seeing that because it's something that day to day I have to pay attention to. Am I living in the moment? And am I experiencing something right now? And is just the desire for me to experience even more driving what I do? Or is the other way around? I simply let myself program on autopilot and with my subconscious mind into simply doing more stuff and basically living in the future. And I never get to actually feel and to enjoy the ride, which is the main goal. What that changed a lot for me was to redefine what I want, how I validate what I want, and how I execute to get what I want. Let me give you an example. For me, it's very important the time spent with a family, and it's very, and I really enjoy and I desire time off and going in the nature. What I notice is that I say to myself many times, well, if I would have this much money and I would have this much time off, I would go and I would travel there and there and there. And if I would get this help and I would have my mom around, or I would be able to hire somebody that would help us staying with the kids, then I could go there and there and there. And I see that from this point onward, my focus is to getting that money, to getting that time off, to getting that resource and that help to help my life easier when planning to go on that specific vacation. And now when I find myself thinking like that, I remember about living in the moment, and I say to myself, what if I truly want is that experience? How could I have that experience today, right now? And usually what happens is that when I notice that, I'm asking myself, in this moment, could I just take a break and go watch my kids play, and go talk a little bit with my kids, and go talk a little bit with my wife, and go take a walk in my garden, and go for a park today for an hour, and maybe go for a hike, and maybe go for a little getaway this month. I'm trying to bring closer, including today, and maybe even in that right moment, the experience that I truly want. And that is the real thing that brings things more into reality in our life, rather than all our planning and all the actions that we think that we actually do to achieve that kind of vacation. Living what you truly desire, having an experience in the same category, in the same bucket with the experience that you want to have, like having the time off, being in the nature now, today, is going to help way more for me to have those experiences and those vacations in Philippines and in Chile and whatever I want to go, way more than me making money and and try to automate my business and make more time and getting all the help to do it. So actually living in your desire, living in your experience, is what creates more of that in our lives. It's not our effort that does it. It's actually our experience that does it. And why does that happen? Because that is what validates to our mind that we truly want it. When you actually do something right in the moment that proves to you that you truly want the vacation, you truly want the romantic relationship, you truly want it, when you actually take action right there in the morning and do something about it. And this is different type of action. This is not an action for you to get something. This is an action for you to actually experience it. It's just go and experience it. It's not something that you do to experience, It's just only experiencing it. If you don't choose to see the experience that you're looking for and choose to see it in what already is, then it's going to be very difficult for you to achieve more of that experience by taking more action in it. Let's just say having a girlfriend or having a specific relationship that you want. You can think about, I'm going to go to all these places for me to meet women or to meet friends or anything else that you want. Or what you could do instead is every single person that you see in front of your eyes that you meet today, to friend them up, to have an energy, to talk to them, to listen to them, to love them. That is way closer to the energy of what you truly desire, is way closer to the experience that you ultimately want, rather than you to do all those things that are going to get you those friends or that romantic relationship. I hope that this makes sense to you. And what I truly want for you is to step into the experience that you desire today, right now, because it is there. It's right there in front of you every single day. Is that we do not see it. We do not enjoy it. We do not take advantage of it. And why would the universe give you more if you're not taking advantage of what you already have? I hope you're going to take this leap of faith. I hope you're going to look to see what you desire that is already in your life. Maybe to a different extent that you wish to have it, but that's actually a good sign. If you cannot enjoy something when it's in front of you to the extent that it already is, I don't think we're going to really enjoy them, even if in a huge, different, magnificent way, it's going to be given to us at a point. It's just not. Prove yourself that it's what you truly desire by letting yourself experience it today.